Are you ready to solve yo-yo dieting? Fat loss is hard. We want to break that yo-yo cycle of 3 days a week, you're on point and you're getting your protein in, you're getting your water, you're avoiding foods that you know are triggers for you, and then boom, disaster happens. And it's going to take days to get you back to that point where you feel normal again. I have unfortunately witnessed so many recent cases of a great Jumpstart session, an amazing first 2 weeks, and then boom, off the plan, completely wanting to, run and hide, no motivation, and that's rough. Are you tired of yo-yo dieting? Fat loss is hard. Menopausal fat loss is even harder. And here's why. Hormonal shifts, declining estrogen slows metabolism. So, it makes perfect sense that as we kind of transition down the road into menopause, we get a belly. We start to gain fat. We gain weight week after week, even though we're doing nothing different. And it's so frustrating. We also are actively losing muscle. It's just not funny. It's a 1-2 punch that absolutely can be devastating. Come on. Who hasn't experienced being in a body that it's like, what's going on? I was normal 2 years ago, and now I've got 15 pounds that I've done, backflips trying to get momentum to get rid of. You're not alone. It's terrible. And lately, I've seen a lot of frustration. I just wanted to maybe offer some tips, some support, some strategy to you if you're having trouble with yo-yoing, if you're having trouble with your motivation, if you're feeling like I'm doing it all right and I'm still not successful. A lot of times it might be an unrealistic diet or trying to stick to a diet that absolutely doesn't have enough fuel for you. A lot of times I will hear from friends or clients or just menopausal women in general that you cut out red meat because you thought that was going to be helpful. You're eating lean proteins instead of higher fats. And yeah, you know what? All of that can work. But so often, the amount of nutrients that are needed so that you have have what you need so that your body feels safe enough to let go of stored fat, well, there's a lot of nuance. And especially if you struggled in the past, if you're having hormonal shifts, if you're not supported hormonally, you're going to then be confused, most likely. Our weight and our longevity, the size of our body, the way our bodies feel, the way that we hold on to inflammation, all of that is a result of a lot of times diet and lifestyle, obviously. And we want to break that yo-yo cycle of 3 days a week, you're on point and you're getting your protein in, you're getting your water, you're avoiding foods that you know are triggers for you, and then boom, disaster happens. And it's going to take days to get you back to that point where you feel normal again. So we want to shift from the diet mentality and decide that it's going to be a lifestyle. You're going to choose well, you're going to plan ahead, and maybe add in some things that are going to support you on a fundamental level, because a lot of us are not cellularly healthy. Our cell membranes are not getting the right kind of structure because our body doesn't have the raw materials, because we've dieted, because we've eaten less and stressed more. So having, and we're gonna talk about the steps here, at least some steps that might be really helpful. These are not anything new. These are things that we have gone over time and time again. But if you're new here, my name's Connie Rutledge. I'm a functional nutritionist. I'm a menopausal functional nutritionist. I've struggled with my fat loss. I definitely have cracked the code for my body, and I want to share those tools with you so that you can feel better in your body as you grow old, as you age gracefully and powerfully, so that you can be in a body that makes sense again. When we're tasked with figuring it out and having a plan for lasting results, maintenance, all of that, well, if you've been dieting and you're not successful, or you've been plateaued, and you yo-yo back and forth between on the plan and off the plan, then this video's for you. No crash diet, no extreme calorie restriction. That does nothing but lower your metabolism. We are designed to eat, and then we're designed to stop eating. So that feast and fast is a wonderful way to kind of categorize your successful plan for fat loss. If you haven't been eating, if you've been starving yourself and then binging, then you need to get more stability. So if that's where you are, you're on a low calorie, low nutrient diet because you're concerned that if you eat fat or higher, portions, that you do gain weight, then it's time to get really clear, super clear in how you feed your body. Wake up in the morning, start with protein, add quality carbohydrates, and wait 2 to 3 hours before you eat again. And I'm going to say, ideally, if you're 150 pounds, you're going to be at least wanting 100 grams of protein for the most part. That's your goal. But if you tally up your protein grams that you ate yesterday, and if they're under 60, then you want to increase by about 5 grams per day. And you don't want to eat all day. You want to structure your meals in feeding windows, preferably 3, and do some intermittent fasting. Okay, what does that look like? If you're brand new at this and you struggle with, starving yourself and then eating, with wild abandon, then you need to kind of just avoid the diet mentality. You need to eat enough food to stoke your metabolism, stoke your energy, and heal your body. Obviously, you want to have enough carbohydrates so that you have energy. And as you start to feel more stable, and maybe you're not gaining weight, or you're not doing the yo-yo back and forth, 2 days on, 3 days off, get right back on the wagon, 2 days on, 4 days off, maybe next time it's 5 days on, or maybe 2 weeks on, and then boom, you're, feeling off, and you're back to binging, or you're back to just not eating quality. So you need to figure that out. And maybe it's time for you to have a solid support with a GLP-1. I have a microdosing plan that can really kind of just give your body what it used to have, give you some stability giving you some comfort in how your body's feeling. The GLP-1s, they're magical for most of us. Even in a microdose, in a whisper dose that can just give you a little bit of lowered inflammation, a lot bit to reduce that food noise so that you're not craving like you used to. Go back, I have a video on microdosing GLP-1s. I did it a while back. It might give you some insight. I am not a fan of the prescription drugs Ozempic or Zepbound. I feel those are way too highly dosed, overdoing the peptide, and there's no need for that. So we have ways, non-prescription ways, to get GLP-1s, and I can teach you how to do that. If that doesn't work for you, or you're just, opposed to that, fine. Then you need enough protein. Even if you are doing GLP-1s, you need enough protein. And that is going to be the number one nutrient that I'm going to, sing from the rooftop. Because if you're not getting high protein, then usually you're going to be starving at night, or you're not going to have long-term success, because our bodies are losing muscle left and right, unless we are doing mad strength training and we are getting that amino acid profile in our bodies to maintain muscle mass. Okay, so we talked about our hormone issue, we talked about our mindset, and we talked about getting plenty of protein, quality fats. We haven't talked about fats yet, and I do want to address that. But we did talk about lowering carbohydrates, eating quality carbs. And I've got oodles of videos giving you, blow by blow information on how to do that. And you know how to do this. Okay, it's just a matter of getting your brain engaged and following through and making up your mind, choosing that it's time to get serious. Quality fats. Okay, that's what I'm talking about when I said our cellular function is suspect as a menopausal woman in a body that we didn't realize how essential eating good fat is. I mean, we were raised on margarine. We were raised on Crisco. We were raised on, terrible, highly processed fats. And it's time to pay the piper. So getting a good lipid profile, okay, that needs to be your full-time job. We need to eat balanced oils, not just omega-3s. And the education I got was avoid omega-6s, which are in highly processed foods, and eat omega-3s, or at least supplement omega-3s. Well, I'm changing my mind. There is a company called BodyBio that I am really learning a lot from about cellular function and the integrity of our cellular membrane. And we have, our bodies are cells. Our bodies need quality fats to build in integral cells so that the cell can absorb and function in a way that's going to help keep us healthy, keep us vital. So phosphatidylcholine and a phosphatidylcholine supplement. So BodyBio has a supplement called PC, phosphatidylcholine. It is you can do liquid or tablets, and I would say maybe you start there. They also have another lipid supplement called Balance Oil, and it is a balance. It's not just omega-3s. So it's omega-3 and omega-6s in a formula that's going to give your body what it needs. Eating fish, eating quality fish weekly is going to give your body the omega-3s that it requires. Eating seeds like flax seeds and some chia seeds and pumpkin seeds and egg yolks, all of those foods are going to really support the lipid layers of the body. Those fats that, just like the amino acids, we need the quality fats. So please avoid the trans fats, avoid the seed oils, avoid the highly processed foods. We know that, and most of us are doing that. But we also want to maybe include a phosphatidylcholine supplement, and a balance oil to just give ourselves 3 months. If you're on a plateau and or you just can't lose fat no matter what you do, adding in the quality fats and being careful diet-wise, that's going to heal your body and give you a chance to become more structurally sound. And when the structure's on point, then I see weight loss all the time. It might take 2 months, but don't give up. Just appreciate that, I got to do this the rest of my life, so I might as well get going. And when you know better, you do better. Spend your money on quality supplements. Quality supplements are going to get used in the body to build and rebuild. And when your body gets rebuilt properly and you have a sound cellular structure, well, you're going to feel better, you're going to sleep better, you're going to enjoy fat loss like you never have before. So the GLP-1s could be very helpful for your behavior and reduce your appetite. But if you've been an undereater and you have extra fat and you're eating 1,000 calories a day, then it's time to get the recipe right. You're struggling and you're swimming upstream, and it's really going to be difficult. And you will yo-yo diet because your body's doing all it can to give you the information of, we need more, we need fuel, we're struggling here. So having the right fuel on board is essential, and I can help you with that in the Jumpstart session. We can take a look at what you're doing, what you've been doing, and give you a plan to move forward. Now, obviously, I would prefer, if you have been struggling and you're giving it your all, then maybe you sign up for my 4-session Metabolic Mastery. We go deep into this and we figure it out, and we create a solid plan, and then you have check-ins. You have 3 additional check-ins after that first Jumpstart session so that you can get busy figuring out what's right for you. And sometimes it's trial and error, but for the most part, we all need these nutrients, and there's no secret. But if you're unable to do the things like stick to your diet and follow the supplement regimens and get your exercise, and if you're falling off the wagon and binging and kind of restarting the game every Monday, I think it's time to pay attention, make up your mind, invest in yourself. Patience and consistency is key. Your progress will be slow. You might lose 5 pounds in the first week and you're super motivated. But after that, it's quite likely your progress will be slow. But steady changes, consistency, that will build health and give your body what it needs to feel safe enough to let go. And that's the magic of it, because that's sustainable. That's called lasting fat loss. And I love it when that happens. We haven't mentioned sleep and stress management. Sleep is essential for that reset. It's essential for a detoxification mechanism, just like intermittent fasting is responsible for a detox. Because the body, when you eat and then stop eating, your body does something called a migrating motor complex. Your intestines, that microvilli, move the food along every 90 minutes, unless you're snacking. And oftentimes I say no snacking for a valid reason. It's not because you're going to eat too much food. It's because the snacking will erase that body's ability to do the cleaning wave that moves through the intestines. And oftentimes you're going to bloat, you're going to have a fermenting issue, and that increases the toxic load in your body. A deep sleep will also help really reset the body, their circadian rhythm, and give your body a fighting chance to do the things it's designed to do. Don't get in your own way. Stress reduction is another thing that's vital to a healthy body. We're in a time of, there's things coming at us all the time. You might have family issues. You might be concerned about, political issues. Your body has inflammatory issues, and that's concerning, quite obviously. But exercise is a wonderful way to reduce stress. Meditation is a great way. Prayer, therapy, these things are all key to managing stress in an aging body. Taking a walk after a difficult conversation will use up cortisol. Now, if your cortisol is high, then your adrenaline is being stoked, and you're also kicking up inflammation and insulin. So if you're not successful at long-term fat loss and you feel like you're doing it all right, yet you're stressed out, then it's time to kind of look at it a little bit differently. Learn ways to reduce systemic stress, and I can help with that as well. If you have chronic pain, that's another issue that really kicks up inflammation. Well, it's because of inflammation. It kicks up insulin and adrenaline and cortisol. And again, your body is not going to let go if you're in that cycle of pain and that pain predicament. So as we kind of close out this video, let's just recap. We're going to be eating nutrient-dense foods, not restricting quality foods and quality fats. You'll restrict your carbohydrates, but not be so regimented that you are going to fall off the wagon. Enjoy an occasional indulgence and don't look back. Have that mindset of, this is my new lifestyle. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Find ways to really enjoy a diet that ticks the boxes so that you feel satisfied and safe, and you're not going to fall off the wagon and dive into a carton of ice cream. Get your exercise, move your body, sleep, and reduce stress. And then the supplementation that I will just say this in this video, the quality lipids, phosphatidylcholine, the PC oil, the balance oil, and real food, quality animals, eating seafood several times a week. It could even be sardines and canned salmon, wild-caught salmon. Those are things that are going to be satisfying. They're going to sustain the integrity of your cellular body and give you a leg up on success. I also want to suggest, if you're not already doing the mineral supplementation, the beam minerals, so you have the spark plugs of the body. Those minerals are the spark plugs of the body. Give you a deeper sleep. Those nutrients are essential. We don't get enough in our food, and I think that might be something to really just kind of factor into the budget. Aging gracefully, well, it adds up. Purchasing and taking responsibly quality supplements, in addition to eating real good quality foods, it's worth the effort. It's worth the money. The unique challenge we have with maintaining an aging body, it's expensive, or it can seem expensive, but you know what? Being sick is expensive too. When you're dialing it in and you're cooking at home and you are paying attention to detail, well, give yourself 3 months. Maybe you're going to make these purchases. Maybe you're going to go to my Fullscript account and you're going to put in your cart the PC oil and balance oil, and then you're going to go to the Beam website and you're going to purchase a bottle of MicroBoost. And those are the 3 things that you're doing in addition to all the other things that you're doing. But you're gonna give yourself 3 months of a good quality practice with quality nutrients and supplements. And then I'll say maybe you'll throw in a day of intermittent fasting, a 24-hour fast. I mean, that's going to go super far in fat loss. We haven't even talked about fasting. These are just a few tips, a few ideas if you've had a rough time yo-yo dieting and you're frustrated and you're feeling like nothing you do works. These are likely things you haven't tried consistently. I'd love for you to be consistent. I'd love for you. Nobody's going to do it perfectly. I don't. But when I have the tools around me, and I've got my list, I can look at if by noon I haven't done this, then I can get busy and factor that into the rest of the day so that I can feel successful. And I can feel like after I finish my evening meal, I can shut down that feeding window and not have to muscle my way to bedtime. I can know that my body has what it needs. Sure, I might want a snack. I might want something sweet, but I can say I can have that tomorrow. That mindset of, all right, I'm okay right where I am. I'm paying attention. I know what that dessert will do to me after hours. Not worth it. I'd rather sleep well because I know that I nourished my body and I did the right thing. So let's just kind of get in lockstep with healthy eating, longevity practices, and really supporting your well-being as you age. It's not about fat loss always. It's about longevity. It's about feeling good. It's about having the energy that is needed for a vital you. If this was helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you supporting me by shopping at Fullscript and in the links provided below. I love offering helpful tips so that you can be the best you possible. It's important. You're amazing, and I want you to feel as amazing as you are. I'm always available for that Jumpstart session or the Metabolic Mastery course so that you can feel supported and really get busy with your recipe for success. All right, come for the fat loss, stay for the longevity, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.